Connected conversations, practical strategies for thriving in a connected world. In today's world, businesses are told to compete, to win, to outmaneuver the rest. But the future doesn't belong to those who fight alone. It belongs to those who connect. At Connected Conversations, we cut through the noise to give you real strategies for building partnerships that drive growth. We bring you unfiltered conversations with leaders who have turned competition into collaboration, silos into synergy, and ideas into impact. Whether you're leading a company, scaling a business, or rethinking strategy, this podcast delivers the insights you need to stay ahead. Welcome to Connected Conversations, where strategy meets connection and success is built together.
It is an office day today, so my head is full, and that's why I'm very happy that we have guests, so I can literally ask a lot of questions and just listen to what's going on. I like it. Fresh perspective, right? I think we all can all
Yeah.
use it. So I hope our listeners to the podcast use this podcast to have this fresh perspective on things and take a step back and just relax wherever you are in the car or at home and take this moment. It's just, I can need it. I can use it. I need it. So happy to be here. How are you
What you been
guys?
up to? What you been up to?
I've been on a transformation journey for me as a coach. So I've been for 6 days in a deep transformation program to facilitate management teams, which is, of course, also about yourself and about myself. So I faced all my deepest fears and red buttons and everything to be able to guide management teams through their own transformation. So I'm sort of enlightened again after 6 days of refresher there. So really inspired. It was great. It was a good program.
Nice, very good.
And you,
Um,
Suki?
what have I been up to? So I have been hanging out with the Connected crew in Amersfoort, and that's been great. We had a regular monthly session, which was really interesting and actually really quite exciting, actually, with all the plans we have for the year ahead. And been working on some content as well. There's a new blog that's going to be coming out in the next few days that's currently being under review, and just putting in place some systems which help us manage our thought leadership. So there's some exciting stuff that we're looking to release over the next few weeks as well. Yeah, and then also getting excited about the summit, which is just not too far away.
Yes. So the topic of today is indeed the Safe and AI Summit in this beautiful town, city, world famous, home base, Amsterdam. And that is why we invited not just any person, we invited Maarten Sterrenburg, CFO of Connected Movement, to join this podcast to talk about Connected, but also the upcoming summit and about Maarten and what's he doing. So, Maarten, welcome.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
So, what have you been up to? First question.
Well, I had the same week kind of Sukie had. We sat down with the team. We looked back at past months, a lot about the success we had already in the first month, and also had a dream session, which was quite inspiring because we asked the team what could Connected be in the upcoming years. Not think about strategy or planning, but just what's your dream with it. And that gave really thoughtful new insights. So we take that into our vision and working on it for a couple of months to get that going, and also make it a joint vision in this sort of way. Yeah.
I feel like I want to dive right into that topic because it's very interesting, but I think we can connect it as well. Connect it, no pun intended, to the Safe Summit, Safe and AI Summit coming up. Because for our listeners that are joining first, we are from Connected Movement. We are a group of experts on agile agility, digital AI, and many, many more topics. And a big thing coming up is the Safe, the Scaled Agile AI and Safe Summit in Amsterdam, where Connected Movement will be, and not just attend, right?
No, definitely not. We'll also do. For first time, I'm selected to do a talk, which is quite
Yeah,
excited, of course.
we will come on to that. I want to start right at the beginning. For people who don't know you, Maarten, who are you?
Yeah, that's maybe a good to start with, of course. Well, first of all, my most important role in life is I'm a father of 2 beautiful girls. We live together with my wife. We live in the center of the Netherlands, close next to the forest. And we do there a lot of mountain biking, walking. So it's the ideal place to live. Professionally, I combine actually 2 worlds. One is I'm the CFO of Connected, which I'm also responsible for the financial sustainability of the network. Not just paying the bills today, but also just being able to pay them tomorrow. And what I do on the other 3 days of the week, I work as an Agile coach and transformation partner. And I think connecting these 2 roles is quite interesting because to my belief, the organization perform best when they trust each other transparently, but also are working together with financials to make things happen. So you take an economic view and you apply system thinking. So these 2 things I find very important to do in my work, same with Connected and also in my role as Agile coach and transformation partner.
That's a lot.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my wife says.
So I mean, it sounds like obviously, I've known you for just over a year, Maarten. It's been it's been a pleasure to get to know you and the rest of the team. And so I know a little bit about the journey, but for our listeners, really, how did you get here? What led you to where you are now as the CFO of Connected Movement?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. My background is not something you see up in this field where we are working in. I have a background in business administration, hospitality, with a focus on project and event management, and then project and events at large scale. And that gave me an insight where I, by nature, see the customer perspective a little bit better than others do. So that gives me a head start in the work we do now at Connected. Because there can be a lot of parallels in hospitality and Agile and IT working. And I think the interesting parts are timing matters, teamwork matters, but operational excellence actually is always invisible when it's done well. But also painfully obvious when it isn't. And that's something that we bring up every day, but especially in my role in both, I bring it up. Yeah.
Nice. I like that one. It should be invisible because you just notice great service and customer centricity, and it's extremely painful sometimes when it's not arranged, right? Yeah, that's a nice one. I left it with a cliffhanger, right? Because I was like, ooh, let's go dive into the content. So good intervention by Sukie saying, hey, persons, people first.
Who's that guy?
Because I was really like, all right, I'm excited because Safe Summit, hometown, spotlights. So I'm like, it feels like an honor, right? To sort of co-host the summit almost. And that's why I was jumping into that one because Maarten, it's indeed you just mentioned that you're going to do a talk, but we're not attendees at that summit. It's really a different role from Connected. So
Actually,
can
sort
you?
of a semi-hoster, I think. It's our
Yeah, right.
hometown.
It
Yeah.
feels like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought it really makes sense it came to Amsterdam. There are a lot of things going on in the Netherlands, a lot of big transformations, especially governments doing their utmost best to implement SAFE in a way that it eventually also starts working for them. In the big constraints organization they have, and they need inspiration, and you can't bring everyone from Amsterdam to Sorrento or to Berlin, and this way I see when I look at the attendee list already, a lot of Dutch people will attend, and I think that's great. And together with the AI, well, it's not a hype anymore. Some people think, but I think the technology can easily get out of hand, and I think SAFE can bring a nice framework, give some structure to it, to make it AI responsibly adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
But that's for later. Also, when we get to maybe some questions or we the sounds we hear in the market and with our peers about that combination, the scaled agile combination with native AI, and it's like, hey, what's going on there? But what can we expect from Connected at the Safe Summit?
A
Which
couple
is,
of
by the way, the
things.
24th to the
Yeah.
25th of March, right?
Oh, when is
It's
it? What is
24th.
it? Commercial.
Yeah,
Good.
24th and 25th of March. I think we should probably make that clear.
And they
Yeah.
still have
But
tickets.
yeah, sorry. The question was, what can we expect from Connected Movement at this summit then? Because as you said, Connected are a sponsor as well as attendees.
Yeah, well, of course you can expect a lot of visibility of us, but not in a traditional sense. Where our intention at the summit is really simple. We are there to listen to the stories of our customers. And we want to hear the people's stories, the challenges, but also the creative solutions they already find out. AI is moving at such a great speed that you see the way people give yeah, some sort of guidance already for how you can implement it in big organizations that can be really inspirational for all of us, not only for the customers but also for the partners. We're not here to sell that predefined answer already. We want to have true conversations, just same as this.
Yep.
Yep.
Sukie, you will be there. I will be there. Unfortunately, and I have to say this, unfortunately, to the selecting jury, we do not have a talk on stage, but we will be there talking nonetheless. So look us up. We'll be there live. Um, I'm really curious, the combination of SAFe and AI, and is that a logical combination already that you see at companies, organizations, governments, Maarten?
Well, let's say an organization as a government organization is usually really strict compliant. Don't want to have the data all out in the open. So AI has a lot of vulnerabilities that they don't want to get into. So there's strict decision making around what to use and what especially not to use. So that's the most important thing, and how to put information in it, or even what kind of information doesn't go into the system. So it's strict. They are careful. They're not in a hurry. I think that's actually a good thing that our government isn't experimenting all the way with AI that quickly.
You
It's
say it
also our
like that. I'm
personal
like, yeah,
data. Yeah, yeah. It's also
please
your
don't
data.
experiment on us, dear
Yeah.
government. Yeah,
Well, not to. How do you say that in English? Be careful with us. And I think, and I think that that's the approach they take.
Yeah. So
sounds good.
at the summit itself, then you're going to be sharing the stage with a client, a Connected Movement client,
Yeah.
the Belastingdienst, which is the Dutch tax office. I always used to joke, the first word a foreigner here, learns, the first Dutch word a foreigner learns in the Netherlands is Belastingdienst. But yeah, so you're sharing this. You're sharing the stage with them. Give us a summary of the sorts of things you're going to be talking about and what excites you most about that collaboration.
Yeah. So the story is about intent-driven leadership. So how do you make that happen in a highly complex and constrained environment where compliance matters and systems are built to secure things, and how do you deal with that? And what excites me most about this story is that it's a shared story. It's not something, uh, not a consultancy story, with a client, but it's actually the client and the partner reflecting together on what worked and also what didn't, and what did we learn. And I think our audience will be surprised how much progress is possible actually when leadership chooses alignment over control. So alignment on a
Nice.
shared outcome, alignment on how can we make this happen, not how can we not make this happen. So the focus of the session will be how the leadership actually created that environment. And I will not give up all the details, but that's my main story. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just enough, right, to keep us interested and intrigued. Because yeah, and I encourage you people to really come come to the summit. Come share the stories, the issues that you see. You can ask us all the questions. Come to the talk of Maarten with the Belastingdienst, and visit Connected Movement at the summit. Sukie, what are you looking forward to?
Me, I'm really looking to understand from customers, what they've tried, what works, what I guess, what hasn't worked. What are some of the gotchas? What are the patterns really? What are the successful patterns, and what are the things that we should try and learn from others in terms of what to avoid as well? Like you've mentioned earlier, the pace is relentless. There's a book I read on AI and vibe coding and what have you about 6 months ago. And I flicked through it this weekend. Already some of it's out of date.
Yes.
And that's just like, It's crazy. It's crazy. It feels like we really are living through a real kind of revolutionary change. And I think right now there's a lot of things being tried, a lot of things working, some things not working. And I think really listening to those stories from customers, finding out what success patterns are, that's the sort of thing I'm really keen on. I mean, fundamentally, SAFe and AI, it's all about the operating model of the company. How does the company get stuff done? So I think they both are really intrinsically linked to each other, because operating models now have got we are incorporating AI into them. Organizations are looking to do that. So yeah, just lots of conversations and lots of learning and some aha moments, really.
Nice.
What about yourself?
I was thinking about when I bought the entrance tickets, and you had to say like, okay, so what's the percentage of interests for you? It would be on the safe side or on the AI side. And I was like, that's an interesting question because it's so integrated for me that I just put 50-50. Because what you
Could
said,
choose
it's
either.
not just, yeah, I was like, how can you choose? So I didn't choose. I did the 50-50, very diplomatic. Because it's also time. Yes, it's rapidly moving and evolving, the market technology world right now. We're past the hype stage, but we need to see the real return on investment of AI cases. But what's for sure is that you need to adapt your operating model, the way you work, your mindset to, yeah, keep up with the pace. And that AI change management, that AI way of working is here to stay. So it is also time to. It's nice to have the market is open and pioneering, and everybody's experimenting. But it's also nice to feel that already the lessons learned are coming in and we can standardize a bit and we can learn from it. And I think it's a perfect timing from Scaled Agile to say, hey, it is the combination of SAFe and also AI to say, what are those lessons learned? And yes, there is a method to this madness. So it is the combination for me. And that's the timing of the market. Organizations are looking for that grasp. How can we get everybody involved, from employee, doesn't matter what department you are in, to management, all layers of the organization. What is this new way of working? And this is a new type of organization we are becoming. And there are lessons in the standardization. And you can say, of course, every day there are new things released, but that pace and that organization doesn't change every day. It's something that you can really build on right now. So I'm very interested in that interested in combination. Yeah.
Yeah, so just coming back to something Martin said about the Belastingdienst, about the Dutch tax office. Martin, what practical lessons have you learnt about working with public sector organisations like the Belastingdienst that maybe private enterprises can perhaps even benefit from, or essentially where I'm going with this is, when you're trying to perform change at scale, are there differences with the public sector organisations compared to your private sector work? Are there any kind of things which perhaps don't, work the same way? Anything there that you could perhaps allude to?
Well, of course, in reality, there are two different worlds. The tax office doesn't have a competitor, right? If they would, they might move even faster, but they would also take some curves you don't want to use. So I think patience is actually a strategic asset of the Dutch tax office, for example. And also with UEV we work for in defense. They also take patience because they make long decision cycles. They think about things ahead 3, 5, 10 years. And with all the complexity going on, the regulations, European law, you have to rethink situations a little bit more, less quick, let's put it that way. And I think when leaderships understand that, when the leadership enables also that we do better spikes, for example, better research to do better preparation for features and epics, and take our time a little bit more. What's the impact later on? We will be there. It's not like we'll be replaced.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, Judith, you're coming in.
Yeah, I'm listening to the lessons learned from Maarten about the government, and I'm intrigued. It's longer term thinking, maybe indeed. It's like, yeah, you have to provide for society, not just now, but in the years to come. And it's a generation after generation. So it's really thinking for the next generation. But I also like the collaboration on European level. So it's a different stakeholder field, not just the Netherlands, but indeed how do we, as Europe, integrate our tax regulation with EU? So it's a great opportunity to learn from organizations like the tax office, the Belastingdienst, how they proceed in that big scale world. So I'm looking forward to your talk, Maarten. Just keeping it short, but I'm like, yeah, intriguing.
Yeah, if people take away one insight from well, I guess from your talk or the summit, what would it be, Maarten?
That
And let's start with your talk, maybe.
Yeah, that I think that real transformation is always a leadership transformation. Tools matter, framework matters, technology matters, AI matters, everything. But behavior matters more. So how do you deal with this change together? How do you get that right mindset around the change? And I think leadership is the most important role. It's a really leadership opportunity, every organizational change.
Yeah. And just coming back to Connected's presence at the summit, how will people, and those people who are attending the summit and maybe some of our listeners, how will they see us? How will they know where Connected is? What can they expect? I know you said we'll be visible, but is there something they should look out for, or are we putting on anything?
I hope when people left the summit, they think of Connected as a group that listens and tries to understand us and tries to understand our system and see how we can make things work at our place, so that they take that perspective with them. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Connected listens.
Very nice. So I didn't miss a memo of dress code. Just kidding. Colors, specific hats.
I hear there might be some pink involved.
Yeah, we have this
Just saying.
intriguing pink color in our logo, which might be a little bit visible.
I look good in pink. Yeah.
I'm not sure about mine.
We always open the floor to questions. And if you have any questions, then go to podcast@connected-movement.com, send an email, and we will not read out your name, but you can send the email with your question, and it's fine. We will look into it. And I didn't get an email about this one, but when I said to people, oh, I'm really looking forward to the Safe and AI Summit, I got a question. And it was a bit of a provocative question. So I hope I'm okay with asking you two this. But they said, how is this still relevant? A safe, skilled agile and AI summit, agile and skilled agile is out of date. So they asked me sort of to explain why am I going to the summit, and I was like, this is an intriguing reaction. Do you recognize this sentiment, and what would be your answer to this? Whoever feels ready to pop.
Well, when I look at, I follow the movements about OpenCloud, and it became the Moltbot, and within a day it became OpenCloud AI, and well, there's a lot of quick changes going on. AGI, ASI, everything will come. But AI without structure creates chaos, and that's what we see. These bots are creating their own network. They have the secret language. They only allow humans when you can share something that the humans can hear. But there are also things that the humans shouldn't hear. What's going on there? So there's no structure. There's chaos. So what's going on when you allow AI just in your organization without the structure? And I think SAFE gives the structure in the organization. And without it, I think intelligence becomes rigid. So it aligns all the people, the strategy, execution at scale, and AI can accelerate that. And we should start using it for that. So I think they are, maybe Sukie, you can fit in, but I think they are really
good.
Yeah,
no, and just to add to what Maarten said, I mean, look, fundamentally, what is Agile? What is Safe? Safe and Agile are about putting in place some principles that allow for fast feedback loops, putting in place some principles that helps us deal with uncertainty. Those things don't go away. We still need fast feedback loops. We still need a way of dealing with uncertainty, the way to course correct if the path we're taking, the feedback tells us that's not the right path. Those things are still there. That's still agile or safe. And I think especially when we are doing, or organizations are doing AI experiments, if you don't have a pipeline which allows you to get the results of those experiments really quickly, your investment in AI is going to be, your return on investment is going to be delayed because it's taking you a long time to get the results of your experiments. So you still need to invest in your pipeline. You still need to invest all those feedback loops in order for your AI experiments to then be much more fruitful. So you can't separate the two. They're kind of quite symbiotic.
Yeah. I also look at it from a people point of view that we discussed this before, Sukie. There's like this mismatch, this huge gap between what technology offers right now every day and the adoption rate, the rate that people can actually use it on a daily basis in an organization. For some early adopters, but for sure there's a gap. And if you don't plan for this, have a change plan, an AI change plan to get everybody on board, people are going to be left behind. And in the end of the day, disconnects, but also really they will not be able to participate in this new organization form or even new society we're going to. And we still have a responsibility. We are a planet full of people, and we have a responsibility to take care of each other, take care of ourselves. So I really feel that as a mission to connect the people with process and technology. We're here to stay, and our children are here to stay, and they also deserve a life that they can be fulfilled in whatever they will do as a profession. So it's easy, and I think it's really a bit of a capitalistic sentiment to say, we'll all be replaced and we make more profit, but who will be able to buy your products if everybody's out of a job? Think about it. So I really feel that we need to organize this within organizations now, but for sure for the next generations.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think maybe changing our global economic model is probably the topic for a different podcast.
I would just say, send us your questions. You can send it through the email or approach us at the Safe and AI Summit in Amsterdam. And for sure, visit Maarten on stage with Belastingdienst.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you again to our guest, Maarten.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Really excited about this talk. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you are coming to the summit, please do say hi, tap us on the shoulder, give us some feedback as well on the podcast. The address that Judith has already mentioned, podcast@connected-movement.com. Send in your questions via voice recording or text, and we can call them out on a future podcast. So thank you very much again. Stay connected.
Stay connected.